The composition of the police service top brass was finally completed today as 3 top police bosses, including the 2 deputy inspector generals, were sworn into office by Chief Justice William Tunga. In a move that is likely to put the 2 principals on a collision course, Deputy Inspector Generals of Police Grace Kahindi and Samuel Arachi, as well as the Director of Criminal Investigations Degwa Muhoro, were sworn in Wednesday morning despite Prime Minister Raila Odinga's rejection of the appointments. The Chief Justice said that although the Prime Minister and the Independent Police Oversight Authority had opposed the appointment of the 2 deputies, his office swore them in as there was no court order barring him from doing so. The Inspector General of Police, David Kimayo, witnessed the swearing-in and said the functions of the 3 top police bosses are critical in police operations during the general election. However, the Independent Police Oversight Authority has criticized the swearing-in, saying it casts doubt on the commitment to the implementation of the police reforms.
Without favor or affection, malice or ill will, that I will at all times do my utmost to preserve the peace and to prevent offences against the peace. That while I shall continue to hold the said office to the best of my skill and knowledge, discharge all the duties thereof faithfully according to law, and I will subject myself to the Constitution, all acts, orders, and regulations, now or in future, in service related to my service in the Kenya Police Service.
A family of a district officer being held captive by the Somali-based Alshabaab militants are a worried lot as a 3-week ultimatum comes to an end tonight. The terror group had issued demands to the Kenyan government that needed to be met during this period, but the demands were not met, leaving the families of the captives fearful that the district officer and the immigration official in the militants' captive could be executed. KTN's Denison Sirigo reports on the family's dilemma as the clock ticks.
As the rest of Kenyans will be marking St. Valentine's Day Thursday, anxiety and not love will mark Komora Day. Komora tells KTN he last saw his elder brother 1 year ago. The brother has not been seen until 3 weeks ago when he saw him in a video clip posted by Alshabaab on the internet.
My dear Kenyans, my life and the life of our fellow Kenyan prisoners depend on how you respond to this message. I am afraid that this may be the last message that you may hear from any of us in the near future. Please, put yourselves in our shoes and consider the best course of action in securing our freedom.
In a video that Al-Shabaab says is the last one, Edward Yese pleads with the Kenyan government to give in to the insurgents' demands to have him and his fellow captives secure their freedom. Edward Yese Mule, a district officer of Brudei district in Wajir, was kidnapped alongside an immigration official.
We tried communicating with him through Facebook, through Twitter, through his inboxes, but it didn't work.
Wednesday is the last day since the 3-week-long ultimatum was issued by Al-Shabaab in a pronouncement that has the family on the edge.
The words can't describe. In fact, the past 3 weeks, they have been more horrifying than the past 1 year, because now we know what they can do, because they already did it to the French intelligence officer.
The ultimatum came a week after the militant group executed Dennis Alex, a French intelligence officer whom they kidnapped in 2009 in reaction to a failed rescue attempt by French special forces. Al-Shabaab wants the unconditional release of terror suspects held in Kenyan jails and Kampala.
This particular issue, it means so much more, and I believe the government can do what the Al-Shabaab demanded.
The government of Kenya said it will not negotiate with terrorists, but the same government has had minimal contact with the family of those being held. For now, the 1-year-long wait appears to have just begun. The Somali-based terror organization Alshabaab is said to be holding more than 5 Kenyans captive. The Kenyan government has said it is doing everything possible to have them released unconditionally. But for the families of those being held captive, the waiting is getting even longer with this latest ultimatum. Denson Sarigo, KTN, Boroboro.